I mean, you guys understand what kind of world we live in? If he was talking about sucking some dude off or something, they would be celebrating him. If he was gay and trans and talking about sex toys, they wouldn't say nothing about the man.
Jaden Ivey didn't just lose his spot in the NBA and stay quiet. Reports say he's now calling out top executives within the Chicago Bulls, accusing them of targeting Christian players who refuse their advances. And while all this unfolds, it's starting to look like the league has known about these situations and quietly kept them buried. Yall Jaden spoke, and within hours, the Chicago Bulls decided they were done with him. And the reason they gave? Conduct detrimental to the team. This is the same league that tells players to bring their full selves, to feel safe, to feel included. And yet the moment Ivey went live and said Pride Month was unrighteousness, everything flipped on him instantly. So now the question isn't just what he said, it's why the reaction came so fast and so final. Because Ivey didn't come out sounding unsure, he came out bold. He looked straight into that camera and said the NBA was celebrating something that goes against his faith. He called abortion wicked. He said truth is truth no matter how people feel about it. And just like that, the situation stopped being about basketball. It turned into a test of how far you can go with your beliefs before your career gets touched. And listen, Ivey didn't try to soften it either. He didn't say, I respect everyone, and leave it there. He kept going. He made it clear he wasn't attacking people, but he wasn't about to pretend his beliefs didn't exist just to stay comfortable in the league. That's what really made this explode, because now the NBA wasn't dealing with a quiet opinion. They were dealing with a player saying something loud, something that directly clashes with what the league openly promotes, and that's when everything flipped. The Bulls let him go. No long explanation, no back and forth, no we'll handle this internally, just cut.
We have some NBA news out of Chicago. On Monday, the Bulls released guard Jaden Ivey for comments they deemed detrimental to the team after Ivey posted some anti-gay sentiments in a lengthy social media post. Ivey specifically took exception to the NBA's embrace of Pride Month, citing the league's, quote, unrighteousness, end quote.
That move didn't shut him up. It made his voice even louder. Instead of just another player going live, Jaden Ivey turned into the one who got cut for speaking out. And then he stopped being just a player online and became something people could see in real life. Now he's not just going live anymore. He's outside, standing on a sidewalk, preaching. He's out there speaking about God, about truth, after losing everything tied to the league.
Hey, free you, Jaden Ivey. Treated right. My boy from the same.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
And that right there, that's when people started realizing this isn't just a moment for him. And once that narrative started moving, it didn't slow down. Now suddenly, everybody had something to say, but not everybody was against him. Some voices came in standing right beside him. While the backlash kept building, support started coming through too. NFL player Jaquan Brisker stepped in and didn't hesitate. He said straight up, I'd rather be canceled by society than rejected by Jesus. And that hit different because now it wasn't just Ivey standing alone. Now it felt like a line was being drawn and people were choosing sides, and not in a calm way either. This turned into a full-on split. On one side, people were saying he stood on his faith and paid the price. On the other side, people were saying his words crossed a line and the Bulls had no choice. And right in the middle of that chaos stepped in Ryan Clark. Clark didn't hold back at all. He said people use Christianity to cover hate and evil. He said somebody needs to check on Ivey mentally.
We use Christianity to veil the hate and the evil that we want to spew, because people feel like if I say it comes from God, or if I can point to where it is in the Bible, now I'm bulletproof. You're putting yourself in position to be treated in this way. And for Jaden Ivey, I think we have to look deeper into the mental health of what's going on as well.
And that one statement changed everything. Now it wasn't just about freedom of speech, it became about intent, about mindset, about whether Ivey was holding his ground or unraveling in public. But Ivey heard all of that, and he didn't stay quiet about it. He came back and addressed it directly, saying it's strange how people don't question someone partying every night, but the moment someone talks about God, suddenly they're called crazy.
It's really, really sad. They don't say to somebody who's going to the clubs, are you crazy? They don't look to somebody who, are you crazy, right? But to the Christian proclaiming the truth, right? Preaching the gospel. I'm looked at as crazy and have mental illness.
And that response right there, it didn't calm anything down. It just made the divide even sharper. And once that door opened, more voices came in. Josh Giddey came out and said the whole situation was unfortunate, and he hopes Ivey gets the help he needs. Now the story splits again. Some hear real concern, others hear it being brushed off. Either way, the attention starts drifting from what Ivey said to what's really happening with him. And just when it looked like things couldn't get more chaotic, his personal life got dragged into it too, because Ivey went online and said something that had people raising eyebrows. He claimed his wife wasn't even texting him through all of this, and that alone had people looking sideways. But then she stepped in and shut that down right away. Caitlin Ivey said they had been communicating the whole time and warned people not to get deceived. She even said there's way more going on behind the scenes. Now picture this clearly. He's already caught up in a public storm, then his personal life starts to feel shaky, then the media begins to question where his head is at. That mix right there, that's when it stops being just controversy and starts feeling like real concern. But what really turned this whole situation up a notch, Ivey didn't fold, not once. He kept talking, kept standing on it, kept repeating the same message, even after everything connected to the league slipped away. And that's when things took a turn nobody saw coming. While everything around him was falling apart, the Chicago Bulls made a move no one saw coming. They let go of their top executives, Arturas Karnisovas and Mark Eversley, just like that, gone. Now it's clear this wasn't just about Ivey. Reports say the franchise had been shaky for years and ownership had already grown frustrated. This had been building up for a long time. But let's be honest for a second. The timing, that's what really got people thinking. From the outside, it looks simple. Ivey speaks, then he's gone. The same execs who made that call, suddenly out too. And once that kind of pattern hits social media, people start putting pieces together fast. Some said it was karma, some said it was just bad timing, others felt it showed how messy things already were behind the scenes. No matter how you look at it, it kept everything alive. And by then, it wasn't just about Ivey anymore. It had grown into something bigger. People started noticing a pattern, other players, other moments, times where speaking up in any direction that seemed to come with consequences. And the uncomfortable question started floating around again. Is the NBA really about inclusion, or is it about controlled inclusion? Because here's the part people don't like saying out loud. Inclusion feels right when it fits the message, but the moment it pushes against it, the tone changes. And at the same time, there's another angle people can't ignore. A lot of people truly felt hurt by what Ivey said. They didn't take it as faith, they took it as harmful, they took it as direct. And in today's climate, that kind of reaction brings consequences. Now you've got two sides clashing. One saying he stood firm and got punished, the other saying he went too far and paid for it, and neither side is letting up. That's why this story won't sit still. It isn't clean, it isn't simple, and there's no clear winner at the end. Jaden Ivey is still the player who lost his spot after speaking. The Bulls are still the team that made a move that blew up bigger than expected. The media is still split on whether this was conviction or something deeper. And the NBA, they're still standing in the middle of all of it, trying to protect an image that just got tested in real time. So now it all circles back to one question, not just about Ivey or about the Bulls, but about the league itself. If the NBA really stands on letting players be who they are, what happens when that truth doesn't line up with the league's image? Jaden Ivey didn't say it quietly, he said it loud, and whether people agree or not, the reaction to his words revealed something deeper, and the real question is, did he cross the line, or did he reveal where the line actually is?